Hi, Brent Haynes with Wood Sound Flutes. I've got a couple of flutes that I get to share with you today. The first one we get to talk about is a pitch pine burl. This flute is made from wood that was brought to me, gosh, probably 6 or 8 years ago by Mary Drake from up in Idaho. And Mary, she lives out in the backwoods of Idaho in a beautiful little town where often the mailman brings the UPS and the groceries into the town because they're so remote. And she is just an absolute delight. I've known Mary now for, I don't know, it's got to be close to 15 years or something like that. And she has made just wonderful music with her instruments. I was just talking about double flutes a minute ago and triple flutes, and Mary owns a triple flute and a number of double flutes, and boy, can she play. At any rate, Mary wanted to, this pine burl, this big, big ponderosa pine burl, was harvested by one of her neighbors, and when he harvested it, the burl was huge. This thing was huge, and it just rolled down the hill and it slammed right into the side of his truck. So his burl has a story of getting to the point to being a flute. There's a number of things that I love about pitch pine for making flutes out of. Number one, the aroma. The aroma is off the hook. You smell the holes here. You'll smell the burning that we do on the finger holes, but even more so, you smell the rich pitch content in it. Another thing that's really cool about pitch pine flutes, they have so much sap and lignin in the wood itself that when you look down the tube with some light on the outside, you can see the light on the inside. It's like see-through. It's so cool. I know they have not, that has the aroma, the visual appeal, has nothing to do with the sound. I'm just telling you what I like about pitch pine. It probably wouldn't like pitch pine at all if it weren't for the fact that when you put it to your lips and you play it, it is almost unbelievable. The amount of content in the wood, the sap and the oils and the lignins, those binding agents, have such a beautiful effect on the sound. Just listen to this. Wow, I love playing this flute. You know, almost every single pitch pine flute I've ever made has had a similar sort of response to me. There is just a power to this wood in its ability to communicate what I'm trying to say through it. Its ability to have dynamic highs and dynamic lows, and to have this breadth of volume and this breadth of sound that can come out of it is just a very powerful thing. Of course, there are a lot of woods that do that. Pitch pine is, however, one of my personal favorites. I'd put it up there with pert near any other wood, simply because it's so acoustically so pleasing to the ear, and I think visually just really remarkable. The next flute I get to share with you is Utah juniper. Utah juniper can be found all throughout the West. It is almost looks like a shrub. The tree, it often is quite bulbous looking. It can have branches that are huge, long, 20-foot long branches. I once ran into a Utah juniper tree with a motorhome to stop me when the brakes had failed on my motorhome, and because of those great big branches, it just caught me just as soft as could be, and I only broke a couple of running lights on the vehicle. Frankly, it was amazing. It was a miracle. So I love Utah juniper. It saved my life, and it makes a great sounding flute, and it smells really fantastic. This is in the key of low E. Again, I'm Brent Haynes with Wood Sound Flutes. If we have talked about anything that gets you excited about another flute or potentially making music with the instruments, by all means, reach out to me. I would love to talk with you. You can reach me at brent@woodsounds.com or 801-822-1415. I hope you're making lots of wonderful music and having a super day.